Hold up. Katt Williams just dropped another bombshell, and this time, it's about the real reason Hollywood tried to silence Oscar-nominated actor Terrence Howard. But wait, did Terrence really just say that Diddy made a move on him? And what does this have to do with celebrities allegedly handing over their man card for fame? If you thought the rabbit hole ended with Katt's viral Club Shay Shay interview, think again. Because the truth Terrence just revealed on the PBD podcast is even more disturbing than we imagined. And now Katt's adding fuel to the fire, confirming the sinister secrets that some of Hollywood's biggest names have been hiding for years. From bizarre initiation rituals to power games behind closed doors, today we're exposing the dark web of silence, manipulation, and control that allegedly forced one of Hollywood's most talented actors to walk away. Welcome back to Celebrity Insider 247, where we dig deep and bring you the stories they don't want you to hear. Stay tuned as we break down Katt Williams' latest truth bombs, Terrence Howard's shocking confessions, and the disturbing connection to Diddy that's shaking Hollywood to its core. Terrence Howard breaks his silence. It all started with an interview that left everyone speechless. Terrence Howard, known for his Oscar-nominated role in Hustle and Flow and as Lucius Lyon in Empire, sat down with Patrick Bet-David on the PBD podcast. And what he revealed wasn't just unexpected, it was downright chilling. Terrence didn't hold back. He openly questioned the cost of fame in Hollywood, suggesting that many celebrities had to give up their man card to reach the top. Now that phrase alone sent shockwaves through the internet. Fans instantly started speculating. What exactly did he mean? Well, Terrence explained it further. He said there were moments in his career when he was offered roles or opportunities, but with strings attached. Strings that required him to compromise his integrity, his masculinity, and ultimately his identity. And here's where it gets even crazier. He claimed that Sean Diddy Combs, the music mogul at the center of multiple controversies, allegedly made a move on him. You heard that right. According to Terrence, Diddy's approach was subtle but suggestive. A touch here, an invitation there, just enough to make Terrence feel uncomfortable, like he was being tested. And when Terrence pushed back and refused to play the game, he says the offers stopped coming. The doors quietly began to close. This wasn't just a one-time incident. Terrence described Hollywood as a system, one where power players like Diddy wield immense control, using influence, fear, and manipulation to decide who makes it and who gets blackballed. Terrence even described how he watched other rising stars climb the ladder quickly, only to change drastically, becoming unrecognizable. They had to give something up, he said. Their manhood, their soul, their self-respect. And if you think this is all just bitter talk from a fallen star, think again. Terrence Howard walked away from the spotlight when he was at the top, not because he lost relevance, but because he couldn't play the game anymore. He refused to be another puppet in the Hollywood machine. But now, years later, he's finally speaking up, and his message is clear. There's a price to pay for silence, and he's done paying it. Now enter Katt Williams, Hollywood's ultimate whistleblower. The man who's made a career out of calling out the industry's darkest secrets is back, and this time, he's backing up everything Terrence Howard just said. In a recent live stream, Katt didn't just support Terrence's claims. He went further, exposing the system that allegedly silenced Terrence in the first place. They don't just push you out, Katt said. They erase you. They rewrite your story, turn you into a cautionary tale, and hope the public forgets. According to Katt, Hollywood thrives on silence. The second someone speaks out, especially a black man with influence, they're labeled as difficult, unstable, or worse, crazy. Sound familiar? That's exactly what happened to Terrence. Just like it happened to Dave Chappelle, Martin Lawrence, and yes, Katt himself. Katt claimed that the entertainment industry runs on favors, secrets, and control. If you play along, you get protected. If you speak up, you get buried. And when someone like Terrence Howard decides to break the silence, they better be ready for war. Terrence was too clean, too real, Katt said. He didn't have enough dirt for them to control him. That made him dangerous. Katt also hinted that Terrence's refusal to engage in the secret society culture of Hollywood was what ultimately led to his career being stifled. You think it's a coincidence that he disappeared after Empire? Nah, that was calculated. Katt insisted. And just when you thought it couldn't get any more intense, Katt dropped a major hint about Diddy's alleged involvement in industry-wide manipulation. While he didn't name names directly in this instance, he said, "There's a reason certain moguls always end up in the middle of these stories. Where there's smoke, there's usually a fire." Between Terrence's detailed confessions and Katt's corroboration, fans are now demanding answers. What's really going on behind the scenes? And why is no one in the mainstream media talking about it? Now let's talk about the name that keeps popping up, Diddy. Terrence Howard isn't the first to hint at uncomfortable experiences with the music mogul, and he probably won't be the last. The truth is, there's been a long history of rumors, whispers, and accusations surrounding Diddy that have followed him like a shadow for years. So what exactly are people saying? Well, several entertainers, ranging from musicians to actors, have come forward or hinted that Diddy's parties weren't just about champagne and music. They were about power, about control, about initiation. Terrence's story, where Diddy allegedly made a move on him, aligns with many others who describe being invited to private events where the lines between business and personal got blurry. Very blurry. These weren't just industry networking parties. They were loyalty tests, compliance checks. Katt Williams has been dropping hints about this for years. In interviews and stand-up routines, he's repeatedly referenced high-level parties where things went down that he couldn't even talk about publicly. And each time he made it clear, these weren't isolated incidents. This was a pattern. And remember when Katt said, "They want something from you before they give you the world"? That line hits differently now, especially in light of Terrence's confession. It paints a chilling picture of an industry that trades silence for success and obedience for opportunity. But here's the wild part. The public is finally starting to connect the dots. People are digging up old interviews, revisiting strange interactions, and questioning moments that once seemed innocent but now raise major red flags. And with the internet being undefeated, it's only a matter of time before more receipts start surfacing. The question now is, will Hollywood finally be forced to address the rumors it swept under the rug for decades? Or will they continue to silence those brave enough to speak up? Let's zoom out for a second and look at the bigger picture. Because Terrence Howard isn't the only A-lister who's spoken out and then mysteriously vanished from the limelight. There's a troubling pattern here, one that connects Howard to a long list of celebrities who dared to speak the truth. Remember Dave Chappelle? He walked away from a $50 million contract with Comedy Central. Why? Because he felt like he was being used, mocked, and manipulated. He said the industry tried to turn his comedy into something dark, something against his values. And when he refused, they called him crazy, just like they did with Martin Lawrence when he ran down the street yelling that someone was trying to kill him, just like they did with Britney Spears, Amanda Bynes, and even Terrence Howard fits the same mold, a star who refused to be controlled and paid the price. After Empire, he should have been getting roles left and right. Instead, he got silence. Hollywood ghosted him. Directors stopped calling. Studios looked the other way. And who else called this out years ago? You guessed it, Katt Williams. He said it's not about talent, it's about compliance. They don't care how good you are, Katt once said. They care how easy you are to control. This pattern is becoming too obvious to ignore. It's no longer just conspiracy talk. It's a warning, a red flag, and the fans are starting to wake up. What's truly heartbreaking is that many of these stars loved their craft. They weren't chasing clout or fame. They just wanted to act, to make music, to entertain. But once they stepped on the wrong toes or refused to play the game, they were labeled as unstable, problematic, or washed up. But now voices like Terrence and Katt are flipping the script. They're taking back control of their narratives. And in doing so, they're inspiring others to question the system that rewards silence and punishes truth. Social media exploded after Terrence's interview. Fans took to Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube, expressing shock, outrage, and support. The hashtag number Protect Terrence started trending as users shared clips of the interview, demanding accountability from Hollywood and transparency from the mainstream media. One user tweeted, "Terrence Howard risked it all to speak his truth. I don't care what anyone says. He deserves our support." Another commented, Why is no one in Hollywood backing him up? This silence is loud. And it didn't stop there. Some fans started calling out other celebrities, asking why they've remained quiet. Where's Taraji P. Henson? Where's Lee Daniels? People asked. If they were so close to Terrence during Empire, why haven't they said a word? Others praised Katt Williams for continuing to speak up. Katt is one of the realest out there. He's been warning us for years, a fan wrote on Instagram. Another said, they tried to clown Katt, but look who was right all along. Even people who once dismissed these stories as rumors are now taking a second look. The puzzle pieces are coming together, and it's getting harder and harder to deny the disturbing truth. Hollywood might not be what it seems. What's next for Terrence and Katt? With this new alliance forming between Terrence Howard and Katt Williams, the industry may finally be facing a reckoning. These two aren't just entertainers. They're whistleblowers, truth-tellers, and now that their voices are combining, the noise is getting too loud to ignore. Terrence has hinted that more interviews are coming, that he's only scratched the surface of what he's experienced and witnessed. Katt, too, has suggested that he has even more receipts ready to go. And let's be honest, if these two keep speaking, others might finally find the courage to come forward. This could be the start of a cultural shift, a breaking of the chains, because if powerful celebrities are brave enough to speak out, maybe the grip of silence that's held Hollywood together for decades will finally begin to loosen. And let's not forget, you, the viewers, have more power than you think. When we support these stories, share these videos, and speak the truth, we become part of the movement. We hold the industry accountable. So there you have it. Katt Williams is backing Terrence Howard, and the truth is spilling out faster than Hollywood can contain it. From disturbing party invitations to being blacklisted for standing tall, this story is bigger than just two men. It's about a system that's built on control, fear, and silence. But as long as there are people like Katt and Terrence willing to speak their truth no matter the cost, there's hope for real change. Because if enough voices join in, eventually even the loudest machine can't drown them out. Stay tuned to Celebrity Insider 247 for more jaw-dropping updates, hidden truths, and untold celebrity stories. And if this video opened your eyes even just a little, don't forget to like, comment, and hit that subscribe button, because we're just getting started.